welcome back to my channel. This week we are doing a super exciting makeover in our home. I have been wanting to do this and have been brainstorming ideas for this makeover for quite a while now. And if you saw my video 2 weeks ago, then you would have seen the planning behind this makeover. We're going to be making over a portion of our dining room, creating a DIY built-in style library for this space. And we're going to be doing that with Billy bookcases. It's something that a lot of people have done, but I really want to put my own spin on it and have it be really in line with my style and the look of our home. Super excited. It's going to be a really beautiful makeover. This is going to be a series because it is a little bit of a larger project, but that means that I'm going to be able to take you guys along with me every step of the way, so that if you want to recreate this, it's going to be really easy to do, or if you just enjoy watching my videos and hanging out with me and seeing the projects that I'm doing, it'll be a little bit of a series for us. In this week's video, we're going to be doing the first. So if you're interested in seeing me make a DIY built-in library for our dining room, then make sure to like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos. I put out new videos every single Sunday, and we are going to get right into this makeover. Alright, so the first step in this makeover process is to prep the space so that it's ready for us to move in our bookcases. And to do that, we're going to be stripping some of the old paint off of the window in the dining room. It's super chippy, just not in very good shape, and we're going to repaint that window with the same paint that was already on it, but just giving it a fresh coat without big chunks peeling off. So that'll be the first thing we do. I'm going to kind of move through that part pretty quickly because you guys have seen me refinish windows in our house many times before. We'll do that super quick, and then we'll come back for a little bit of a decor update.
The first day I saw you since long ago, I still remember it was so cold, and you were warming up with some green tea. You asked me, can you lend me sugar? You grabbed the shaking bowl and shook her, and you put all the sugar right on me. And what a crash, felt the sudden sugar rush as you sang me your apologies. And when the second day we met by chance, what a sweet coincidence to find the sugar girl right next to me. Decided it's time to introduce myself. Your name that came with an address that led me to my favorite night in years. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's oh so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street.
Now that we have the window completely painted, it's looking good, it's fresh and new, and we have all the flaky bits off, we are going to take down the old curtains that are there and do a little bit of a home decor update. I want to do this now because it's going to give us a little bit of that pretty factor and the decorating piece that we won't really get to see with the bookshelves until later on, because we do have a lot of work to do on them, and so it's going to help us to really set the room up to look beautiful when the bookcases are all done. For the dining room, one of the issues that we've had is that because Matt has to use it as his office and it was something that we kind of set up quickly, it's not set up in the best way. So the curtains in there are sheer, and we were trying to match the curtains in the sunroom, but it just doesn't really fit the space. They're a little bit too light and airy for the dining room space. It makes sense for the sunroom, but not really for this space. So they don't really have that grounding effect that pulls the room together, if that makes sense. The other thing with the sheer curtains is that they don't really block out any sunlight, and we do have blinds in that room, but it still gets super hot on that side of the house during the day. The sunlight hits it for most of the day, and so it can get really toasty, especially in the spot that Matt works. So we want to be able to give a little bit of a sun filtering effect and a little bit of privacy and just cool the room down for him. But we're going to be doing a couple of things. We did find a corner table on Facebook Marketplace that fits perfectly into our dining room. It also matches our dining room table exactly, and it's vintage, so it goes really well with our house. We got this corner table for $40, so we put it in the corner of our dining room, and what we're going to do is move Matt's workstation over to that so that he has a designated area that is his office space, and it also frees up our dining room table so that we can have that space back and use it.
And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? It's like a spell. I feel I float in caramel. Prefer there was a walk in pure bliss with a cotton candy kiss, and for a second my heart skipped a beat. 3 other days were spent under the sheets like an everlasting sweet. 2 small grains from the same sugar lamp.
For our curtains for the dining room, we're going to be taking the sheer ones down. We can use those for something else, either another space or a project where we need sheer fabric, so we'll hold on to those. But I want to change out the curtain rod because the one that we have up there is just like a random one from Amazon. It's not super sturdy and it's really thin, so it doesn't have the bulk to it that this room needs. I want to change it out to match the curtain rod that we have in our bedroom, which is like a curved brass curtain rod, and I really like that one because the shape is super cool, and also it really has that vintage look. It also really gives a French vibe to the space, so all around it's just like my perfect curtain rod. And they make it in a really long size, so we'll be able to do just one consistent curtain rod for the dining room window, which is really nice because right now it's broken up into 2 parts, which I don't like. And we're going to be putting up new curtains, and I'm super excited about this because this week we are partnering with a brand called FreShine. They make custom curtains and they're absolutely gorgeous. The package came in not too long ago, and I will put in a clip of what the package looked like unboxing it because the shipping and the delivery of this package was just so good. It came packed really well, really securely to make sure that your curtains are protected, and they also just really pay attention to the details. They have a little card in there with information about the curtains, and it's sealed with a little wax stamp. Those types of things I feel like make a huge difference when you're purchasing a product in remembering the brand. So let me show you what the curtains are going to look like. And I also have a discount code for you guys if you're interested in getting any curtains. These curtains are definitely the way to go. They're really heavy and luxe. They're completely custom, so you can make them to your exact measurements and style preferences for your home, which is really nice because it can be hard to find curtains that are the right size for windows that are larger, which we have a lot of in our home because it's an older home. The discount code will give you 10% off of anything on their website, and that's going to be AAS 10. So I'll put that on the screen and in the description box for you. And I'll also link the curtains that I got in case you're interested in getting the same one. Now you'll know the style and the color and what they would look like in a home so you can visualize it a little bit more. Here they are. This bag is like pretty heavy. They're very substantial curtains. So this is the company right here. It's FreShine. Let me show you the curtain. So this is how it comes, packaged up really beautifully. They are pleated curtains, at least the ones that I chose are. It's nice that they package it like this because it keeps the shape while they're traveling so that you don't get curtains that are kind of like wonky and messed up from being folded differently for a while. Here is what they look like opened up. I got mine in the color grayish brown, and this is the Amara linen. So it's a really pretty color. It's a neutral, which is great for the space that they're going in. And they're also pleated, if you see right here. I got the double Euro pleat. You can tell on the side right there that it's double pleated. And then on the back, it comes with clips for you to be able to hang it onto your curtain rod or little hooks if you want to hang it from hooks, so it's really convenient. This one is a linen fabric. It does come as a more sheer fabric, but you can have the option to get it lined, which I did, and that makes it a blackout curtain, which is really nice, especially for us because we want to filter sunlight and cool the space down. The other thing to know about these curtains, because they're linen, they are super eco-friendly. They're sustainable. It is a renewable resource, so that is an amazing plus. They're also going to help to keep your space cooler because linen is moisture wicking. It's going to keep the space a lot cooler, which is something that we are looking for. FreShine does this really cool thing where they heat the curtains up to a really high temperature when they are making them because they are all custom ordered and specific to your design. So they heat it up really, really hot, and that makes it so that it kind of has like a memory foam effect where the waves and the pleats of the curtain will go back to that and not get messed up over time. It really helps to keep the curtains beautiful over a long period of time, not lose their shape. So we're going to be putting these curtains up in the dining room. I'm super excited to see what they look like. I think it's going to be a really beautiful change and update to the space. Again, if you're interested in getting any curtains from FreShine, I will put my discount code AAS10 and the link for their products and the curtains that I got in the description box for you so that you can check that out. And let's go ahead and put our curtains up.
And sugar's almost everywhere. It's so sweet. I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? It's like a spell. I feel I float in caramel. Today's the 7th day since we first met, and I assure I won't forget. Sugar boy, you emptied over me. For 7 days been cooking in the oven. Sun spit sugar sent to loving, blessed with gentle drops of warm green tea. Just 7 days, and sugar's
I went ahead and cut wood for our risers. I still need to cut the backs that we're going to be replacing the Ikea backs with. I got some pre-sanded, really nice plywood that we can use on the back because the Ikea bookshelf backs are very flimsy and thin, so I want to give it something a little bit sturdier. We'll be cutting that later on so that we can add it onto the back. For the time being, what I would like to do is move some furniture around in this room so that we can put our risers down and put our bookshelves on it and see how they're fitting and how they're looking. The plan is we're going to move this wooden shelf thing out into the garage as storage. We're going to take this wooden cabinet and we're going to put it in the back room where we have an iron plant stand that we can get rid of. We'll probably sell it. And then we have a secretary desk over here that's going to go into our studio space to swap out an older one in there. The bar cart is going to go over here where those two are. And then we'll have our bookshelves here. So that is the plan. So I'm going to start moving some things around, and then hopefully the risers will fit really nicely and I won't have made any cutting errors and it'll just be nice and smooth. That's what we're hoping. So yeah, let's move some things.
Everywhere. It's so sweet. I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? I feel like float in caramel. I feel like float. I feel like float in caramel. I feel like float. I feel I float in caramel. I know sooner or later it will come, the day that I know I'm in love. Will it feel warm and dry like a kiss in July? Will it chill down my bones? Will it cool like the snow? And I look at my window to see what the universe has in store for me. People passing by in the street will be smiling at me, 'cause they already know what it's like being in love. The sky starts to roll up its clouds, so the sun can't just stop by.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put the curtains up. We got the new curtain rod up. It took a minute because the walls in this room are really, really thick. They're like almost concrete. I did need to recruit Matt to help me with that, to be able to put just like a little bit more muscle behind our drill. But we have it up now and I think it looks so beautiful. These are the same curtain rods that we have in our bedroom from when we did the bedroom makeover. They're from Amazon, so I'll link them if you're interested. They come in a 2-pack. We're gonna take the curtains out and I'm gonna show you you how I'm gonna hang them because I'm gonna do it a little bit differently than maybe you would think to do it with this style of curtain. Just like we saw before, we have the European double pleat going on right here. So because we have that, they come with these little clips that you can hang it from on your curtain rod. I want to hang mine from these golden hoops. I have this same style throughout all of my curtains in the house that I have updated so far. And usually what I do is I hang them from these little clips, but because we have the clips in the pleat, I'm just going to loop it onto that and then we'll be able to hang it from the pleat. I got 2 packs of these from Amazon and I'm just going to go through and stick them on all of the clips and then we can put our curtains up and see how they look.
The windows will open and sing like birds that are spreading wings. So every night I stare at the moon just to check if she's still looking blue.
Alright, so we got the first one up and then I'm going to put the other one up and we'll see how they look all together.
I don't know who you are yet. You seem a bit hard to get, but I know you're out there. I just wait for the day where the sky will spread open its clouds, so the sun can just stop hiding out. The windows will open.
Okay, so here are our curtains up. I think they look so beautiful. They really frame the window perfectly. I love how they gather on the floor a little bit, but it's not fully pooling. It's just like a little bit on the floor, which is perfect to me. And I also really like how they make the ceilings look a lot taller because they are longer. They are just such good curtains. They're like super thick and heavy. And because I got the blackout lining, they will completely block out the sun during the day, which is amazing because we get tons of sun right here. So if Matt's working over here, he can close them and not have a ton of sun in his face, or if he wants to have that, then he can open them up. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the room back together a little bit because we did move things around to be able to access the ladder to the curtain rod area, and then we'll be able to move the bookcases in and put them on the risers. The bookcases are obviously not done. They're not gonna be finished in this video. It is gonna be a series. We're gonna put them into place so that we can see everything all together. And then next week, we'll continue to work on the bookcases and finishing off this room. We will be adding the toe kicks, the trim on the top of the bookcases. We're going to prime and paint them. You're really going to see the bookcases come together, pretty much be finished next week. Then the following week, we will have our last part of the series where we will do all of the decorating. That's when we're going to be able to put all of the pretty elements into the bookcases, all of our beautiful old books. We're going to change out some of the art in this space. I have some really pretty candlesticks that we're going to add to the bookcases, all those things to make the space really beautiful and really match the vibe of our beautiful new curtains so that it can be consistent, just a really nice look in the space. So I'm super excited to see what it looks like all together and finished. I think it's going to be really, really nice and really have that vintage library feel to it, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to start moving everything around in the room and then we'll see what it looks like with our unfinished bookcases, but it'll give us an idea of what the room is going to look like when they are finished.
Like pearls that are spreading wings, and I spot you right across the street, like a song that is playing just for me. We'll know and we'll smile as if we are new. All this time I was waiting for you. The sky will spread open its clouds.
All Alright guys, well that wraps up this week's video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing me start to create a DIY library in our dining room and make over the space and have it be a little bit more cohesive with the rest of our house and updated to my style now. This really is an untouched space in our home. I haven't done any updates in this room. I'm very excited to see the final look with the library completely done. I think it's going to completely transform the space. Already, just having the bookcases made and in place and the curtains updated has made a huge impact on the look of the space. I honestly feel like it looks so much bigger. It created a really cozy, kind of that moody library feel. Even though we're not going with the darker colors in this space, I still think it's really giving that vibe, which I'm really happy with. That's what I wanted and that's what I was going for. And we're trying to make it work with the space that we have. We obviously don't have a spare room that we can make into a library, so I think this is going to be the perfect solution. Make sure that you tune in next Sunday to be able to see part 2 of this makeover and the DIY library process. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday for part 2 of our library makeover.
Can't just stop by tonight.